It's been 8 years since I've seen him. 8 long years. No calls, no texts, no emails, nothing. Dante honestly thinks he could just drop from the face of this earth and I would just accept it and keep moving on with my life. I mean, what was I supposed to think? He told me that he loved me, that he'd never hurt me, and I trusted him with my entire life. And after all these years of wondering if I would truly be able to move on with my life, he surfaces again. As if he didn't just cause my entire life to come to a standstill. Now I'm supposed to just sit back and watch him post his new lady and his new life on social media and allow everyone to congratulate them on their engagement. They think that I will just sit silent? No, I think not. I guess it's a damn good idea that I pursued a career in investigations after he left. I'm not gonna lie. I can be a handful at times, maybe even a little too much. But I would never have thought that I would make someone want to act as if something had happened to them the way he did and just leave town. Do you know how embarrassing that was for me? Having to face people that warned me not to crowd him too much and to give him a little space, knowing that they were right and having too much pride to admit it. But none of that matters now. None of that matters anymore. Because the amount of rage that I have seeing this man posted up with a female, he's going to wish that he never left me. It only took me 5 days to track him down once the picture popped up in my news feed. I don't think anyone has ever taken paid time off faster than I did. I told my boss I had family emergencies to take care of, and I booked the next flight out. His fiancée is a hairdresser, so I booked an appointment when I got in town. I booked an appointment with her, and I got my hair done. I told her I was new to the area and quickly learned everything that I could about her and her life with my man. You see, Dante was still enlisted in the Army, so he's always had the ability to move around. During my hair appointment, I found out that he was out of the country, but he'd be returning the next month. And although I pretended to be shy, I allowed her to show me around town and quickly got to know her. I didn't want to mess this up. I let Dante get away from me once, but I won't make that mistake again. I love Dante with all my heart. A couple of days before he was due to arrive back home, I gained access to all their accounts. I started texting his mother and invited her to town so that she could surprise him when he returned. A part of me is still upset, still very upset that she cut me off out of nowhere and allowed him to just abandon me. But my, the look on her face when I greeted her as she opened the door to his house. This was definitely worth the wait. I had canceled his fiancée Leslie's appointments a few days prior. During the last dinner that we had out, I told her I really want you to enjoy yourself. So she got really drunk, and I let her have a good time, and I got her back to the house, and I put some sleeping pills in her favorite wine. I wanted to make sure that she didn't wake up as I prepared the spare bedroom for her. and I secured her inside of it. There was a bit of a scuffle, but nothing too major. I had a few days to really question her and figure out, what was going on with her and my man. And then I left her to be. And once his mother arrived in town, I focused on her for a few days, just trying to understand some things about her. I had to ask her for myself. I said, I saw you posting Leslie on social media. I mean, you never took pictures with me and posted them on social media. So I asked her, why would you do those things to try to hurt and embarrass me? But she just kept playing dumb and acting like she didn't know what was going on while I was there. After a while, I just gave up on having a decent conversation with her. I mean, I guess I'll save it for later. If I go any further, she's going to be dead sooner than I planned because I'm losing my patience. At this point, they're both too afraid to tell me anything out of fear that I'm going to just keep popping them upside the head. So I'll give them a little time. So I took a few hours to decompress, knowing that Donta was on his way home. He was texting her cell, thinking that he was talking to her. He kept saying, answer the phone, babe. I want to hear your voice. And I told him, babe, I lost my voice, and it's very painful to talk. I even used that as an excuse to close down the salon for a few days and cancel my clients. The crazy thing is, he never sent me any text messages like that. Not like he's sending Leslie. He never cared for me this way. I think he really cares a lot more for her than he did for me. And that's painful. So when he arrived, I was sitting in the kitchen waiting for him. I could hear him coming through the front door, calling his mother's name because he saw her car out front. The look on his face when he bent the corner and saw me was priceless. I had so many questions, but mainly I wanted to know, why is it that he treated her so differently from me? Every aspect of their life was different from the way that we were and how he was with me. He just kept saying, she's a different kind of woman. She didn't behave the way that you did. What's that supposed to mean? He began to express to me that all I ever did was complain and become aggressive towards him. Every attempt he made to provide a peaceful environment or do something nice was met with hostility. Although I considered him to be my future, he couldn't wait to get rid of me. I was planning a wedding, and he was planning to disappear. That really stung. I really didn't think that the man of my dreams felt this way about me. All this time, I've been waiting to see him. And this is how he feels towards me. I've experienced hurt, and I've experienced loss. But this is killing me over and over again to hear the actual words coming out of Donta's mouth about how he hates and despises me and how he'll never love me or want to be with me ever again. There's nothing that I can do, nothing that I can say to change his mind. Although I came here planning to end it all for everybody, a part of me was hoping that Donta would see me, realize that he made a mistake, and want to start over. But that's not going to happen. Donta really hates me. He really despises me. As much as I want to be angry with him. As much as I want to hate him back, I'm really hurting right now. And I don't know what to do. I thought this would be a simple kill. I thought this would be easy for me. But once it's done, it's final. At least before, I held on to the thought that it would be easy for me to see him and make things right. We would see each other and we would fall back in love. That would be the end goal for us to be together. And things would be the way they were supposed to. But if I do this, there is no more Donta. I've never met anyone like him. So who's going to love me like him? Who's going to hold me like him? What am I going to do? Should I just end it all? Should everyone just die like I planned? I could make life simpler. If I'm not happy, nobody's going to be happy. Before I knew it, Donta had snuck up on me while I'm sitting over here thinking and grabbed the gun. I took too long trying to figure this thing out. And now he's on top of me trying to see what he wants to do. And he's afraid. He's afraid that if he just calls the police and allows them to arrest me, I will resurface again. The way that I did before, I will torture him. The way that I stayed on him, the way that I made sure that he wasn't happy, has him thinking I should never be able to be around him and his family ever again. So without a second thought, just like that, Donta fires a shot in an attempt to take me out. The person that I loved, I looked into his eyes and I pleaded for him. Please, Donta, call 911. And I told him that I loved him. And he just looked. He stood there and he looked at me with those cold eyes and held his cell phone up to his ear while calling. And he told me, I hope you die. Get out of my life and have a miserable afterlife because of the way that I treated him. I begged him, please help me. Please call 911. I felt weak, like I was going to faint. And like life was leaving my body. Please, Donta, I'm cold. Please, Donta, please. And then it gets dark all around me. And it gets quiet. And after some time passed, I opened my eyes. And I took a deep breath. I was in a lot of pain. I tried to figure out where am I? Where was I? And what's going on? I was handcuffed to a padded bed. The room was padded. There was no TV. There was no phone. I'm just handcuffed to a bed by myself. Donta truly did call for help. And they sent me to a psych ward. I don't want to be here. I can't make it here. But that's what they've done. He used his connections and had me committed. And I won't be getting out of here anytime soon.